Hi everyone, this is going to be a video for the sign of Scorpio. Go ahead and jump right in here. Ooh, oh my gosh. Hold on a second. Whoa. Scorpio, I feel like you guys are, there's like a split down the middle. There's two different energies here for you guys. One energy is very confident in the path that they're on. The other is, I feel like you're still navigating something, or like you're overcoming something. Like, I also feel a cultivation of sorts. Like, I don't know if you're like transmuting energies, like going from really low vibrational, like, no offense, but that's kind of how it's showing me. It's like going from one to the other, like that, like really, really quick. There's a, if you haven't already experienced a tower moment, I feel like you guys are on the cusp of getting a tower moment. I don't think this is bad. I actually think that this is something that's going to propel you forward. I actually feel like this is a much needed scenario, to be completely honest. I feel like if there's something that's been holding you back, something that's been keeping you stuck, or like this feeling of being stuck, or like a mental fog even, like if you've been like experiencing that for an extended period of time, it's gonna get wiped. Like, you're gonna be stepping into a new like plan of action is what I'm hearing. Like a new plan of action. There's a new plan of action towards something, and it's this next chapter, this next phase of your life. I'm also seeing like a butterfly is really prominent, so for me that's like very transformative energy for me as a reader. My gosh, I still have paint on my hands. Are you serious? Washed my hands like 7 times. Still on there. Sorry. So you guys could be actually diving deeply into something creative as well. Like losing track of time being creative, or losing yourself in some type of creative process, which is great. Like I was saying prior to that, there's a transformation that is either it has already taken place and you're coming out of it, or you're about to go through some type of like evolution. It's like an upgrade of sorts. There's an energy that I'm feeling actually, this is more for like collective as well, but there's an energy coming, like it's like in the near future. There's like an energy that's coming, like, and that's the thing that's like crazy, because like time is not, like you can't put a time on energy, but it's like this future type of energy that I'm feeling, of like this need to collectively, like there's a group of people who are going to step forward, or who are going to take control in a situation of like being in the spotlight, being like up on a pedestal. Like it's like somebody stepping down, another person stepping up. Like, and I know that we have the, like, the election stuff going on right now, but that's not what it's referencing, because I would know if it was like more political. This is more of like a shift in the collective. Like it's like a new group of people take the forefront with something. So it's like I'm picking up on that kind of like scorpionic, transformative, like dark rebirth type of cycle right now. So I don't know if that makes sense, but it's here. So which way do I want these? Both, actually. You could be dealing with somebody with a T in their initial, like T, the letter T. Aside from that, you could be taking time out reflecting. Like you could be reflecting about something. So I'm just going to move my camera up a little bit. You could be reflecting about something, taking time to consider all the options. Like you're really analyzing and evaluating a situation or an opportunity. Sorry. I just like stumbled over that. You could be stumbling over your words. You might not know what to say. There could be something that comes towards you that's able to be grounded. It's like an opportunity to ground something. It's an opportunity to go after like even a creative pursuit and a career pursuit, something that's tangible, something that brings material like success or comfort, assets. I don't know if that's too loud or not, but it's like I turn it down and then it just like seems to just get louder and louder. And I'm like, I know I'm turning the volume down. But anyway. So you could be in the process of going through like a major change. Working through fives. But you're building comfort. You're building a structured, like you could be building a new routine for yourself, or like you're building those like early stages of a foundation for like this new type of like beginning. There's something surrounding like wisdom too. Like I feel like you've gone through a lot of situations that have given you a lot of wisdom, that it's where like that's going to come to the forefront in this like whatever's coming towards you. Like that wisdom that you gained, it's not just for nothing, if that makes sense. Like I know that that's kind of cryptic, but that's kind of how it's being presented to me. So I feel like it's going to be a process for people to figure out, or for some of you guys to figure out, or for all of you to figure out. I know I keep like fucking with my camera here, but I just don't like the angle that it's on. So there's like something, I don't know, I feel like you're changing your perspective on something too. Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Woohoo! You could be thinking about romance. You could be seeing somebody new. You could have multiple people. You could have two different options. You could be seeing two different people. You could be seeing multiple people. And there's a need to take time to really think about what it is that you truly want in a situation, because you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands is obviously more passion, and obviously passion's not a bad thing, but Ace of Wands is a very sexualized, intense, passionate, you know, chemistry, like magnetic, intense. I don't know if I already said that or not, but there's a lot with the Ace of Wands. And then it's like you have this Ace of Pentacles too. And they're saying like really take time out and think about it. And they're actually like laboring my breathing. And I've been picking up on it since I got in your energy. So I don't know if you're nervous, if this is going to give you anxiety, or if you have anxiety already, or if like you're going to be presented with these options and it's like it's going to give you anxiety, because it's like, or maybe it's excitement where it's like where you're so nervous that like you know like your breathing's off because you're like so excited and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even catch my breath. So yeah, remember to breathe. Sorry, I'm processing like what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot. It's very symbolic too. So you could be presented with two different options that you're going to have to think about. One's the Ace of Pentacles. One is the Ace of Wands. You manifested this. The Magician card here. Or you're connecting with somebody who could have Aries, Aquarius energy. I feel like this is you though. I feel like this is you coming out of the Four of Swords and going into the Magician, because it's like you know what you want and you're actively manifesting it. You're putting in the work. You're doing the work on yourself. Like you're mastering something. You're gaining like this knowledge and like this wisdom to make something work for you. And I feel like you're in control of a situation, not in a bad way, but I feel like you're in control of a situation where you're in control of yourself because you know yourself. And you're at like a really good position with this, if that makes sense. You could be dealing with two different connections here, or multiple different connections, and it's like you have a couple connections that are pretty passionate, or you have one connection that's really passionate, and then you have another connection that's more grounded, more stable, more reliable, maybe even more quiet, like a bit more low-key, and it's like you're dealing with two totally different people. And so you really have to find within yourself, like, what is it that you truly want so that you can manifest this, because you have the ability to do it. And so you could be sitting in this Empress energy right now, or you could be connecting with a Taurus. But again, I kind of see this as you, especially since it's behind this Empress here, and this Empress is just kind of like really enjoying the view over here to the future. So I actually feel like this is current situation or past energies where it's like you're sitting in this Magician and Empress energy, and you're just like, I'm taking care of myself. I know what I want. I know what actions I want to take to get there. You're really laying it down in a sense of building a foundation for yourself, or like really getting like comfortable with being independent, really getting to know yourself. Maybe before in the past, like you maybe had a hard time with being by yourself or not being in a relationship, or maybe you went from living in a house that had a lot of people, like had a big family, and then it's like you moved out on your own, and it was hard to adjust to that. Like it was hard to adjust, like being, pretty much well with yourself. But I feel like you really turned that energy, or this could be the person you're connecting with. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like from a reader's perspective, I feel like this is you, the people who I'm connecting with right now. So I feel like you really learned, like you really took these and like really kind of made it for yourself. Like it's very empowering. Like you got this Ace of Pentacles and this Ace of Wands, and you're like, I know I can manifest this, or like I have the ability to do this. And it's like you're not rushing into anything. You're taking your time. You're focused on yourself. You're doing the right things for yourself. You could be nurturing a family or growing a family. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you have pets. You're spending more time like nurturing the connections that surround you, family, friends, people close to you, or even like making new connections for genuine friends. Like you're meeting genuine friends, meeting people who can help you achieve your goals. And it's like after coming out of this period of time where it's like you're still kind of like in that healing stage, you're still reflecting. I do feel like if you are dating, you do have a lot of options around you. So again, you're being kind of called to reflect those options and really think about what is it that you want. Because again, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles are two different energies, two very different energies if you're going to compare them to like a relationship aspect. Like the Ace of Wands is very passionate, intense, like very sexual, and the Ace of Pentacles is like, in my mind, very safe and very stable and very grounded. So you could be dealing with an earth sign and a fire sign, or this is the energy that they're coming up as. Like you have a person who's coming in as an earth sign and a person who's coming in as a fire sign. You could also be connecting with a single person. If you don't have multiple people, you could have one person who's coming towards you wanting to manifest something, and they could be somebody from your past who you took time away from, or you took time to heal from. That was a lot. Whew. I need a breather. Like, I don't know. That was really intense. I don't know why my breathing needs to be so labored, especially for this energy. That's better. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, so you could have gotten truth about a situation as well, or you got clarity about a situation, and you chose to move away from somebody who wasn't being fair, or they weren't being just, or they weren't being truthful in their communication, or they just weren't communicating at all. This could also be standing your ground, too. It's like you're stepping more into an energy where you're being more firm with your boundaries, with like the way that other people treat you, and you're like, I'm moving away from, it's like having a shield up, you know what I mean? It's like walking around when you go out in public, but having like an energetic shield around you. That's like literally the way that I'm seeing it right now. Like you're shielding yourself from negative, like in like negative comments, like, or negative energy in general. And you're moving away from it. You're moving away from any type of energy like that, like any type of conflict or any type of communication that's not up to really like your standards and your boundaries. Like you're just kind of like, I'm not putting up with this anymore. This is 4 cups. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I usually don't take cards off the floor, but this is the death card. Okay, so you could have been, in the past, you could have had conflict with a King of Swords type of energy, somebody who is very direct, very structured, very clear-cut, like definitely isn't afraid to be blunt with the way that they say things. You could have, like, it's like this, you might be connecting with somebody who feels like they missed out on an opportunity. There's a lot of competition around. There was like very competitive energy between the two of you, because like the King of Swords is somebody who's going to argue, is somebody who's going to, in my opinion, like my experience with the King of Swords type of energy is somebody who's not afraid to say what they mean and mean what they say. Like the King of Swords will lay it down in a conversation regardless if it hurts somebody's feelings. Like they'll do it from a very logical, like, approach where it's like they're not, might not have intentions on hurting your feelings, but it's like they're very brutally honest, or like very clear cut, like very like blunt, straight to the point, very direct, not afraid to not sugarcoat things. This person wants to move forward away from this conflict or conflicted type of energy. But you could be dealing with somebody who, again, these third-party energies all the time. Like, what is going on here? It seems like to be like a thing lately. There was like some type of an interference of like an energy, and this energy, whether it be work or another person, this energy interfered with whatever this dynamic was, or whatever you had going on. There was a lot of competition. There was a lot of shit going on that's just like you didn't feel like you could be victorious. Like communication was off. This person wasn't giving to you. So you just kind of packed your shit and you're like, hey, I'm not gonna put my time into this. Obviously, it's not worth it. And this person feels like they missed out on an opportunity, or they feel like they, messed up in some way. And my left ear is like completely just, oh, it's so loud. That was wild. That was really intense. Yeah, so it's like this person knew that they had a lot of people like in their back pocket. You know what I mean? Like that's really how I'm seeing it. It's like this person knew that they had a lot of people, knew that they had a lot of options. They chose to play the way that they did. And I feel like you're going to get clarity about something. Especially with the Eight of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. Even though it's a couple cards behind it, it's still here. And I keep getting pulled to look. So this is like a transformation from like heartbreak and things that you might not have known were going on behind the scenes. This person might come towards you. They might not. There's a chance. If this is resonating with you. Because again, with these past energies, like this person could just choose to move forward even though they feel the way that they feel. But see, with the King of Swords, they usually communicate, in my experience as a reader and with energies that I've experienced. This is usually a communication card for me too, like clear communication. I don't know, somebody might reach out to you and they might come at you a little bit off. They might come at you a little off. But it's like you're not even looking at this person. Or there's another person in the mix. And this is the other person who kind of interfered with something. And I hate to like pick up on that, but it's here, so I gotta, I'm gonna read it. But this person feels bad. Like they feel bad for what they did or for what they didn't say. But I don't even think you give a shit, honestly. Like, I don't think you even give a shit, because you're sitting here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, and you're like, I'm just minding my damn business. Like, like, you're really colorful, too. Like, there's a lot of colors. It's really vibrant. That's way too many cards. It's really, really vibrant. But I don't know, you could have somebody coming towards you who wants to manifest with you. Or you want to manifest with them. But see, if you're dealing with a third-party situation, I don't think it's them that you want to manifest with. I mean, maybe, but that's your choice. But if this isn't a third-party energy, somebody feels bad or they feel like they missed out on an opportunity because they look at you as somebody who's very fiery, very passionate, very intense, very focused, very alluring. The Four of Wands. So you have a foundation. You have you have stability around you. You have something built. You could have a younger air sign or somebody coming in who's not very, again, subtle, not very, like this person's very blunt. Oh my gosh, it's already been 23 minutes. Holy shit. The Son of Swords is for me, it's like the Knight of Swords. This is somebody coming in very sharp. Like, I don't know if, God, I hate reading energies like this. But like, you could have somebody who is going to communicate with you, and it's like they're gonna try and like knock you off your foundation. They're gonna try and like maybe like be passive aggressive in a conversation, like kind of like little jabs at you. Obviously don't take that shit. You know what I mean? But this is quick communication. That's a lot. Could be about a third party though. Okay. So you have the Six of Cups and Judgment. This is interesting to me. This is something that you weren't getting equal give and take from. This is something from the past that wasn't super, super fulfilling, but you grew from it. And I feel like there's going to have to be a decision that's made. I feel like somebody's going to communicate with you and they're going to want to, they're Three of Pentacles. somebody's going to communicate with you, and they're going to want to either possibly revisit the topic of conversation about maybe starting something back up again and moving forward because of how they feel, or you could actually be getting clarity about a third party situation. Either way, this could also be some situation where it was an experience for you to learn from, and this person's coming back around because they feel bad, and it's like apology time. I don't know where that's coming from. We also have the Three of Pentacles here. So it's like seeds were planted. Something was invested. Time was invested. It could be somebody from your past or the Lovers here. This is a connection that you've already had. You've already experienced. Could be somebody that you know. I don't think that you're going to really enjoy the way that they come towards you, because you don't seem very phased, but it's like they're coming at you like the Knight of Swords and the Son of Swords, so it's kind of like, you know, it's like double the not able to communicate very clearly. Because, like, even though I know everybody has their different interpretations for, like, the Knight of Swords, in my experience with the energy, it's always a struggle to communicate because it always comes off very sharp. So the person will either say something and like be very blunt to the point of where it's like it might hurt your feelings a little bit, and it's like this person didn't mean to be like that, but like they just don't know how to communicate softly, you know. But it's like somebody swooping in on something, but like you already have something built here with the Four of Wands and the Magician. It's like somebody swooping in for something. It could be positive, but I feel like you need to use your judgment with this, because you had to heal from something, and whatever it was that you're healing from, I feel like is what's coming back around, or it's going to be like very similar to something that you just healed from. And this could be a parental figure, this could be a romantic situation, this could be a friend. This is somebody who clear cut, no bullshit, like not gonna sugarcoat shit type of communicator. But I feel like this person wants to move forward with something. And I feel like that something is some type of a contract between the two of you, some type of soul contract. The Nine of Swords, the World card, the Empress, and Death with the Father of Pentacles. Normally, I don't take that many cards, but I think that that's very interesting. You have the Moon in reverse on the bottom of the deck. I think that something is going to obviously be revealed. There's anxiety over a situation. Something's completed its cycle, its chapter. It's like double Empress energy. The Death card with the Father of Pentacles could be connecting with an earth sign. There could be somebody coming back around from your past, but it's like, be careful. You know what I mean? Like, be careful who you're spending your time with or who you're investing your time with. Again, you could have multiple people. You have an air sign, you have an earth sign. So you have Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus again. Yeah. And I'm like blanking out. So that's usually my cue of that's it for this one. Because, like, there's an energy here that wasn't satisfied with, like, their options or something. Like, they weren't satisfied with what they had. So it's like this person, like, is choosing to move forward with something. But it's something ended. It completed. Especially with the World and the Death card here. Something was over. Totally over. And it's like a person like reflecting on like the type of emotion that you gave them, or like the type of sincerity that you gave them. There's like something here like that where it's like you gave them something and it's like they don't have it with whatever they have now. So whatever it was that you gave them, this person is looking back and they're like, oh, like shit, I miss this. So that's all I have for you. I appreciate you guys supporting my channel. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for the like, shares, subscribes, and comments. I wish you guys the best. I hope that these messages helped, and I will be back soon. Take care.